We've got an F, and we've got a G. Now you'll see I left a space in between some of these letters because if you count, we have 7 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters, but there's actually 12 notes. So what's happening? Well, in between some of these natural notes, there's other notes. So in between A and B, there's an other note, and we're going to call that A sharp. In between B and C, there's no other note. In between C and D, there's a C sharp. In between D and E, there's also another note. We're going to call that D sharp. Sharp meaning 1 fret higher from the note we're starting with. So it's a D, 1 fret higher, it's a D sharp. From E to F, there's no more notes, and from F to G, there's an F sharp. And from G all the way again to A, there's also another note called G, you guessed it, sharp. So there you have all the possible notes on your fretboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 notes. So what is this note we found all across the fretboard? Well, I started the musical alphabet in A because
Can I ask you a question, dog?
What?
How long until you give up this dream?
I don't know. Well, considering how expensive it is, like if I actually wanted to get good shit, it's a very big part of it that we're to where like I'm gonna admit I'm not gonna do it for like that long. Yeah, I don't know. I might try a couple classes. Because I want to have a learning environment where people aren't assuming you know literally 1% of guitar playing. Which is why I want to maybe take a class, get some ask some really brainless questions.
Starts in A, and it's easy for me to remember. Instead of starting on another string.
Yeah, what if you go in the first day, you ask a question, like he just sighs. He just sighs and he just, puts the money back in your pocket and he's like, get the fuck out of this store.
That'd be funny, dude. That would be fucking hilarious.
Pretty messed up. A long boat.
For example, or G, I like to start my thing simple in A. So if I count frets, 0, that's my open string. 1, 2, 3. 0, 1.
Know what you're having for dinner, dog?
That's a...
Yeah.
Is it carbonara?
No, I usually do that for days where I want to repair muscles.
You don't want to repair muscles today, dog?
Don't really have any that I need to repair. Because Mondays are always the easier day, so I don't really have too much of a burn. It's mainly to maintain for like the Friday or whenever I do chest. Like on days where I actually work out, I either eat steak or something like carbonara.
Should cook your steak, just blend it up with water, drink it, dog.
Dude, I wouldn't desecrate a steak like that.
You know, I used to do fucking tuna smoothies.
Like the shit from the cans?
Yeah.
That's psychopathic right there, dude. Doesn't it
Fuck, dude.
Does it taste better than it smells, or it tastes how it smells?
You never had tuna out of a can?
I don't even think I've been like within 10 feet of it. 'Cause I can smell it, and it smells. It doesn't even smell like fish. It smells like, I don't know. I don't even know. I love how these how to memorize the fretboard videos are like 20 minutes long. It's like, how if it takes that long for you to explain it, I think there should be an easier way.
Oh, that's my open string.
There ain't no easy.
2, 3, 0.
Well, these people, they show you where they should tell you and show you. So you know how to verbalize it, and you know how it looks.
Row 1, 2.
Like, imagine it's like showing someone something, like showing someone how to throw properly. They might be able to they might be able to feel like they're imitating it, but you'll need to tell them like, oh, have your hand to the side to have it completely supinated, or whatever it is, like the correct way for a human to be, or like it, you have to actually explain it.
3. That's a C note, which means that all of these notes are C notes. But what happens if I find another note? How do I figure that out? So let me show you. Let's say you find this note, for example. What note is that? Okay, so this is A.
It's over.
1 fret higher from that,
Oh.
A sharp. That's an A sharp. Now I jump 2 frets, skip a string.
What do you think is the
3
hardest
frets,
instrument
skip
to
a
learn?
string.
I'm sure piano's probably hard, right?
Oh, I feel like piano is easier.
Easy? Okay. I know every time I see someone on the harp, I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. But, I guess you could say, I don't think it's as... I don't think it's the hardest, but I think to play the drums, you have to be able to do it for a long period of time without missing.
I'd say physically it's the hardest.
Yeah.
Play the drums.
But I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I'd probably think like maybe like the saxophone or one of those. Maybe I don't actually know.
I have terrible lungs, so I don't think I'd be able.
Block 450 says, hey, Jerry. I get it all. This is a terrible, terrible, you know, situation, but we'll hear more details. The next one that I think there's a lot more.
The reason for steel over aluminum is...
I think I've already said this before, but I fucking want to get into Warhammer lore. I think it's like the last shit that's not been tainted by any of this bullshit.
Yeah, what happens if you start to get into it and then it gets tainted?
Well, it's good while it lasted. Like, Amazon, yeah, like, they definitely ruined Lord of the Rings, but what they've put out so far for Warhammer seems to be on point. And, hopefully they've learned, their past failures, but, you know, that's, yes, I don't know, might be misplaced.
Well, Amazon can make a good show. They did the Terminalist, which was good. I think the first episode was the best. It was actually a fucking really good episode. They can do good TV, but sometimes they just go full retard. I don't know.
Have you seen the Secret Levels Warhammer episode?
No.
Huh? No?
No. I don't even know what that is.
It was like a series where it combined like in like pretty like high budget like CGI stuff from different video games. So they did one with Armored Core. Keanu Reeves was in it. They did one with Warhammer. It's probably like arguably like the best episode.
What is it, like a fan-made thing?
No, like it was made by Amazon.
Okay. Yeah, no. Yeah. I've seen some.
And you can watch the full episode on YouTube. So
I've seen some fan-made things of like cinematics of Warhammer.
yeah, like Astartes. That one was made by one fan. It took him like 10 years to make it. So
yeah, I think that's the one. Is the Warhammer show with Henry Cavill coming out or no?
I think it's still in production.
Of atmospheric entry and the heat of the rocket engines is enough to easily melt aluminum, but steel is much more resilient against both ascent heating, but especially the re-entry heating. And
so that's the most clarity I've heard Elon talk recently anyway. So we got a 30-minute countdown right there. But that's weird because that does sound like Elon AI. That doesn't sound like Elon because he stutters so much when he talks.
To make that thing move. And that's where Raptor really starts to come in. Most advanced engine on the planet. Giant
yes.
lightsaber.
No, that's the lightsaber and a half.
Wow.
You would get vaporized in an instant if you were standing in front of Raptor. So, yeah,
Hey.
going to a crisp in less than a second. So, yeah. So, in order to create a fully reusable orbital rocket, you have to advance the state of the art in every part of the rocket. That means.
Okay, well, we will definitely watch this when it launches. That'll be interesting to check that out and see. Rabbi Mazda says, so Trump knows about paid agitators, but does he know China pays for them in every country by sending a ton of Chinese students to spread propaganda? To support your bullshit claim. I'd love to hear it.
With the sharing of classified information, and so there may be more to this then we know there's reporting out there that it goes beyond the buck. So we just don't know. But I can tell you that even MAGA Republicans uncomfortable about it.
No fucking body, no MAGA Republican is uncomfortable by this. I am calling 1,000% bullshit on this. There might be some people that claim to be Republican that are uncomfortable by this, but there are no MAGA Republicans that are uncomfortable by this. Nobody. Not one single MAGA Republican is uncomfortable by John Bolton having his home raided after what they did to Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Zero. That is a bullshit claim. And if you're going to say that, name some fucking names. Give me some sound bites. Give me some clips. Give me some quotes from people that are MAGA Republicans to support your bullshit claim. I'd love to hear it.
The command, the involvement of the American government in business, such a change, and it's the deal-making mindset.
This note is the same as this one. 2 frets, skip a string. 3 frets, skip a string. And just like that, I know all my A sharp notes. Let's go back to C because I want to show you something really cool. You know your open chords, the ones they taught to you the first day? Well, these open chords have something called a root note. And a root note is the one that defines the name of the chord. So for example, a C chord has a root note right here, right? That's a C note. We already discussed this, right? A sharp, B, C. Not only does it have one root note, some of them have 2 root notes. Check this out. That's a C, that's a C2, this is a C, this is another C. So all the open chords you already know have that root note in them. For example, A has a root note here. That's an A note, defines the name of the chord. This is also an A note. Remember, 2 frets, jump string. Okay, so in a D, this is a root note, and that's a root note, remember. Jump 3 frets, jump string. E has 3 root notes. And G also has 3 root notes. In an E, this is an E note, that's an E note, and that's an E note. In a G, this is a G note, that's a G note, and this is a G note. So what can we do with this now? Imagine I get this root note and look for a chord shape, not a chord, a chord shape that has that root note included in that shape. So what shapes have a root note on the 5th string? A C. Okay, so I'm going to get this C and just place it here. See what happens. I'm just going to copy this little diagram over here. Okay, so we can all agree that's a C chord with its 2 root notes. Those are C notes. But what other chord shape of the chords you already know has a root note on the 5th string? Oh wait, that A shape. Does that mean that if I move this chord shape 3 frets higher, 1, 2, 3, if I play this over here, is this going to become a C chord? It is. This little shape, if you move all the notes together, 1, 2, 3 frets, it's going to become a C chord. Same as this note became another note, an A note became a C note, an A chord shape is going to become a C chord right here. Wow, so let's keep moving forward. So, for example, let's get this note. What chord shapes have a root note on the 6th string? We've got, let me see, 2 of them, E and G. Okay, let's start with the G. If I copy this G over here, would this G moved up all the way here create a C chord? Yes, sir. Look at that G shape, same shape as this one, moved all the way up to find a C chord. G shape, C chord. This note, we move all the way up to C, and because one note becomes another note, one chord shape is going to become another chord. But we've got another one. We've got E right here. So I'm going to copy this little diagram of E over here, and I'm going to find myself another way to play a C chord. Wow, first I used a C shape, then I used an A shape, then I used the G shape, and now I'm using an E shape. But what about this note? Well, this note has its root note on the 4th string, same as D. So I can copy that D chord shape, and this would be another way to play.
A lot of guitarists avoid learning the notes on the fretboard for some reason. And that's too bad because it unlocks significantly faster progress, especially with learning songs. It's also...
Yeah, because whenever you're trying to watch a lesson, they always say the chord and the fret note and the fret number, and it's like, if you knew if you knew all that shit, you wouldn't have to look at it every time and like figure it out.
Of the president, and we've seen this time and again. We saw this in the U.S. getting a cut of NVIDIA chips that are sold in China. We see the golden share that the U.S. has that gives control as part of the steel deal, and then we see here 10% of Intel. Such a change. We talk again and again about how the Republican Party has changed, and we talk about Russia, we talk about trade. Talk about the deficit. This is a huge one.
Yeah, that's a big nothing burger right there. I ain't buying that at all. John freaking Murdoch for 50 says these people didn't let's see, wring their hands when they did the Trump mugshots or when they found guilty of 34 felonies. No, they didn't care. They didn't care at all. In fact, they celebrated it. When Trump, what was it? I think yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of the moment that Trump won the election. And, you know, there's a lot of people can say like, oh, you know, Trump, yesterday was the anniversary of the mugshot, okay? Trump mugshot. Let me see if I can pull the official tweet up. I think it was let's see. Right here, yeah. 2 years ago today, President Trump's mugshot was taken in Fani Willis's political witch hunt case against him. Little did Fani know that in response, Americans would rally behind our president like never before in history of the country. God bless President Trump. 2 years ago, yesterday, they all celebrated this. They made T-shirts. 30 to John's point, you know, 34 felonies, all of that. Like he's a felon, 34-time felon, blah 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 blah. This picture changed the course of American history. This one right here. And yeah, that is a badass picture. Absolute badass picture. So yeah, I mean, this is an old clip, but this is the guy we voted for right here. All right? This is when a protester showed up at his rally.
Go home to mommy. Go home. Bye. Go home to mommy. Go home to mommy. Tell her to tuck you in bed.
Oh, God, it's so good. 2 years ago, this moment, though, it's been a wild ride, man. But I do feel very confident that this moment was when Trump won the election. And obviously there was more work to do all along the way, but this truly was the moment that kind of shifted everything. And I think even Elon Musk had said it when this happened, is he's like, Trump just won the election, and clearly he did. Clearly he did. Beastie Man says, MS Now, but no Mr. Now. Yeah, MSNBC changing over from MSNBC to MS Now, which is a terrible name, by the way. But you know what's interesting is so Cracker Barrel changes their logo, massive outrage. MSNBC changes their name, nobody cares. Pretty interesting, huh? No one cared that MSNBC changed their name because they don't actually have a fan base.
Fuck.
They don't care. No one gives a shit. Solo Felix says, I bet Scarborough's intern wanted him to shut up. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And we'll just leave it at that. All right. What's next up? Right here. Okay, so you guys were asking me about it, so let's go over this. I've got a video pulled up. And this is this whole thing with Rampage Jackson's son. Let's just watch this, because this is a YouTube video. So we're going to watch this, react to it. I haven't looked too far into this story, but everybody's been talking about this. So here we go.
Son, Raja Jackson. Rampage Jackson's son, Raja Jackson.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob. What are you having for dinner?
My peeled tomatoes and sausages with macaroni.
Peeled
Tomatoes?
tomato? What kind? The Santos or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you make enough for me to have a little bit?
Well, I can give you a bit, but I'm not making extra because it's like portioned. So.
Right on. Yeah, okay. Even if I have a little bowl, I'm fine.
Okay.
So, have you used the guitar and the amplifier lately?
Yeah.
Are you playing any like Eddie Van Halen or Hendrix or anything?
Well, right now I'm just trying to get the feel of it. It's hard to even watch any lessons because they use terminology that I haven't memorized yet. So.
Right on. Well, takes time.
Yep.
Where are you, up or down?
I'm on my computer.
Is the Duke down with you?
He was, but I think he went back up. I don't know where. I guess he's probably upstairs.
He likes to be able to have a choice of being up or down, or with you or with me. He knows that it's kind of like time that Mummy will get home. So he's probably up on the couch.
Yeah, he's probably upstairs.
Looking out the window. But, okay, bud. I'll let you go.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Just got into serious trouble, and what he did was frankly disgusting. So he's just supposed to do a simple wrestling skit. He was just supposed to body slam the guy in front of it. He was just supposed to body slam the guy in front of him and pull some of his punches. Since he slams him down and instantly knocks out the guy, and instead of pulling his punches, he just starts knocking him out, throwing haymakers non-stop.
So he's completely knocked out at this point in time. Like, he is completely out. You could see how his arms go limp and everything.
Until the guy starts bleeding. You can see the wrestlers behind their shock. I'm not too sure whether this is part of the entertainment. Look at the guy at the back. They just all start coming up, grabbing him, pulling him away from the knocked out wrestler. You can see it's like bleeding from the corner of his head. Yeah, so it's a really shocking scene to see. Yeah, they had to crowd him and pin him into the corner just to stop him. And it seems like the only reason why he went all out on the wrestler was because the same wrestler made fun of him earlier on. Here's the clip.
What, you don't know me? Hell no. Yeah. Hey, I think that's a little... Oh, you don't show it? He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down. Yeah, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? You don't sell it?
No, he's not a fucking worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro. Nah, I will fuck him
we're
up,
good.
bro.
I know you will. We're good.
I will fuck.
But it turns out that the dude fully apologized after the confrontation and even asked Raja if he would like a fake angle in the wrestling match.
I appreciate it. I didn't know. I thought you were.
So he apologizes and then offers an angle in the ring to say, "Hey man, if you want to get one over on me or whatever." Like, so giving him nothing but respect. Fuck this guy.
I get it.
We're working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, Juice. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. I get it now. Now you
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're always working. So we'll set it up. I'll have him come out during your mat so we can fucking seal the whole thing and we'll make something out of it. You know what I'm saying? All right.
And the reason why he suddenly acted out was because he was tired of everyone treating him like shit.
Everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
Now Raja is banned.
Well, we learned he couldn't handle a Cobra Cash chat, because if you're tired of people calling you names, bro, don't come to this chat, because I'll tell you what, that's all they do is fucking call me names.
On Kick, but it seems like the Kick ban might be the least of his worries, as he was later told that the wrestler he had attacked had just flatlined and still hadn't woken up.
Hello? Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the ring, fucking flatline, bro.
My bad. I'll call you back later.
Upon hearing that, Raja decided to immediately end the stream.
So no remorse at that moment? No, like, oh shit, you know, like, let me go back and check on him? No, because you clearly are an unhinged lunatic. Absolute fucking insane. Hang on, somebody just said something in the chat to me about this. Hang on. Adam K says, DDA cover this video, completely missed the video of him saying he isn't going to follow the script and he's going to drop bombs on him till they pull him off right before he jumps him. So that's what Jackson said. Jackson said he's going to, well, and see, this is the thing. So like recently, you know, because I don't follow professional wrestling like I used to, but what's his name? So this was several pay-per-views ago. Was it WrestleMania with John Cena and Cody Rhodes and what's his name? Travis Scott. They got Travis Scott in the ring. And Travis Scott actually punches Cody Rhodes during what's supposed to be an angle. And he like legitimately fucked up Cody Rhodes, like not like injured him per se, but like he hit him. He gave him like a black eye and everything. And it's like, why are you putting these fucking people in the ring that don't know what they're doing? It's fucking crazy. Now this is obviously a more of an independent level stuff right here, but the point being is that people don't realize that like wrestling is an art form. Okay, it is truly an art form. You can dismiss it as fake and all the other shit. You just show how fucking retarded you are if you dismiss wrestling as fake. Wrestling is an art form. Now, current WWE, not so much, but generally speaking, like you have to know what the fuck you're doing when you get into the ring. You have to understand that you're selling the idea that you're really hitting someone, but you're not really hitting anyone. Your job is to make your opponent look as good as possible and vice versa. And you're supposed to make the audience believe that you are hurting your opponent, but you're not really doing it. And so this guy getting in the ring, and I don't know, again, I don't know the whole backstory here, so I don't know his background, but clearly he's not a wrestler per se, but they wanted him to get in the ring and do an angle. But you don't put people in the ring that don't know what they're doing.
So here's a clip of Rampage Jackson reacting to the news. You can see the disbelief in his face when he hears it.
My son might be getting arrested or something. No, yeah. My son got in a fight at a pro wrestling event.
Is he really hanging out with Sneeko? Is he really hanging? Oh my God, man! This whole thing is wild.
It's raining, dog.
I'm gonna go find out. I'm gonna go get the mic.
He left almost
dog.
immediately trying to find out what exactly his son had just
Yeah,
done.
dog.
So the situation is still
It's
developing.
fucking raining.
True. This could go way beyond a kick ban. We are talking lawsuits, jail time, and
It's
maybe even
raining,
worse.
it's pouring,
This
the
was just not
old
a
man
wrestling
is
skit gone wrong. This was
snoring.
low-key attempted murder. So yeah, like and subscribe if you want any updates to this story as it unfolds.
I mean, so right here, this guy's got new footage, and he's explaining the situation
And if you
right
want
here.
tag him, if you need me to, I'll run out there and tag him with you. This guy is literally pumping and instigating this already volatile animal to go out there and attack. So yes, he should be culpable for this whole scenario as well. Where do we start with this story? Raja Jackson jumped into the ring yesterday, attacked and beat a man almost to death. And apparently there's a lot of misinformation surrounding this story, and he wasn't really a wrestler, he's an MMA fighter, so I guess he deserves a break for that. Oh yeah, and he was told that he was allowed to bring a receipt or get some payback in the ring. I guess that's it. We don't need to talk about him being arrested. We don't need to talk about him going to prison, or possibly even worse. I don't.
The referee didn't do anything. Once again, I saw the referee didn't do anything, but the referee isn't going to be able to do anything in that situation.
Because it was misinformation. So to recap the whole thing, because this story has gone viral and I don't think there's need for me to go through all the intricacies of it and break it all down again for you guys. The story is Rampage Jackson, former UFC champion. His son is this privileged black lad who lives in a mansion with a swimming pool and gets a job as a kick streamer. And
yeah, by the way, I didn't want to, I guess Gary was wanting you guys to know this later, but this is Gary's new channel. So if you guys want to subscribe, RP is Gary's new channel. He does an Irish accent, so
makes plenty of money, I'm sure, but that doesn't change the low impulse control from these type of people. And what transpired yesterday was just the exemplification of that. He was at a local wrestling event, and there was a bit of a play between him and one of the fighters there, Psycho Stu, I think is his name. And this guy busted a can of air / beer off of his head. Raja, of course, didn't like it. There was a really weird interaction between them when you actually see the 9-minute video, in terms of a long stare down, and all the other wrestlers, and I believe maybe the organization manager or president was there as well. And there was a back and forth. There was a lot of staring down. There was a lot of chimping out, as you would expect, and it seemed to have been resolved. We got to a stage where Raja comes over and he meets Stu and they shake hands, and he explains to him, he's like, sorry man, I thought we were doing a bit.
I appreciate it. I didn't know. I thought you were I get it. We're working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your matches. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I thought we were doing a wrestling bit. I thought we were working a bit. You didn't react to it when I hit you with the thing. I told you, like, why aren't you selling this? Then I realized that you were upset and perturbed and you weren't in control of yourself like most of your type of people, and everything was resolved. What transpired after that was absolutely vile and disgusting, right? And rightly so. People are shocked. People have saw him jump into the ring, grab this guy Stu, who seemed unaware, but I guess he did know that he was going to come in and do a bid and have some sort of retribution. He gets slammed on the ground, and this guy goes to town. He lost teeth, broken bones, he was flatlined, unconscious, not breathing for a number of minutes, and we don't know what the after effects are going to be from a savage beatdown like he received yesterday. Wrestlers had to jump in and stop this animal from killing this guy. Was he going to stop? No, of course he wasn't going to stop. That's not in his nature to do that. Videos came out then of him leaving the event and he's walking down the road, and everything has been filmed because he's a streamer.
Yeah, I know. I might get hit for that. If I do, whatever. This is why I don't monetize my streams anyway. You guys super chat so much anyway, but I never monetize my streams So it may get age restricted because it showed.
That's
The
it,
last video kind of edited
Sure
it,
you
but this
did.
one didn't. But either way, it's all good. I know the launch is happening about 5 minutes. We're gonna switch over there here in just a minute.
Of course. And it's just your typical weekend interaction with an African American.
Tired of motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit. One of them a bitch and fucking bit me. I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
He's completely out of his head, dangerous, volatile, and needs to be in a cage. That's basically what we saw after the event, during the event, and before the event. We saw the reaction from Rampage Jackson. He was doing another streaming type of thing with that rat Sneeko, and we saw him, reacting to it and bouncing out of that stream. And then he came and he.
What have
he
you
ran
done
cover
today,
for a whole
dog?
lot.
To
He said, "I
pursue
wanna
your
clear up
dream.
misinformation about my son Raja." Misinformation.
Nice.
Okay, let's hear it. I want to hear how you clear this up. It's been confirmed
I'm
that the
serious,
wrestler
dog.
Smith, aka Sicko Stu, is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the side of the head by him
Probably
moments
nothing,
before
I
Smith's
guess, I don't
match.
know.
Raja was told that he could get
Proud of
his
yourself, though?
payback in the ring. I thought it was part of the show. It was bad judgment
Oh,
and
right
the
now,
work
probably,
that went
yeah.
wrong.
That's-
Raja
you know,
is an MMA
Yeah, you're proud of
fighter,
yourself?
pro wrestler, and had no
Yeah,
business
why
being
wouldn't I
involved
be?
in an event like this. I don't condone my
I don't know,
son's
dog.
at all. He suffered a concussion in sparring only
What do you have to be proud of, dog?
no business doing anything.
You just told me you did
remotely
nothing
connected
to
physical
pursue your
contact. I'm
dreams.
deeply concerned for his health and well-being of Mr. Smith as well. Cheers. But my main concern now is for Mr. Smith and his speedy recovery. Apologies on behalf of Kick for the situation. Misinformation. The concussion was alluded to as if that was the reason why he freaked out. It's not. It's genetics. It's IQ. It's all part of the bell curve. Go read Charles Murray's book. Whatever. What type of disgusting, vile human being would deserve a beating like that? A U.S. military vet.
I had just got out of the military, probably
He's a
about
vet.
6 months earlier. I got out of the military. I joined Knox Pro in 2009. I had just got out of the military, probably about 6 months earlier. I got out of the military. I joined Knox Pro.
Are you like a
because
fucking
I needed
dinosaur or something?
to focus on.
Yeah, dog. There's a fucking dinosaur in my room, okay? You got a fucking problem with that?
Suffering with post-traumatic stress disorder because of the conflicts that he was involved in behalf of people like Raja and Rampage, keeping them safe to be millionaires and then go out and chimp out and all that type of stuff. This guy is up.
A lot of you are asking about the channel here. It's RP. I'm sure mods can drop a link right there. I've never watched his videos, but I like his videos. He's got good videos. We're going to pause this part of this video because we're going to continue the whole thing. But the launch is about to happen, so we're going to go live to the SpaceX launch. We're going to watch this, and then we're going to go back and continue that story. So here we have it right here. So mods will probably drop a link as soon as they can.
Booster will perform that directional flip before the boost fast burn. One of the interesting experiments we're doing today is upon our landing burn, which typically ends with those 3 center engines lit. We're going to be intentionally taking those off and instead lighting one from the middle 10 ring. And this is just to kind of give us an idea
Shit in the back today, dog?
look like if we ever had an engine out.
No, but I probably will.
Yeah, using.
Damn, dude. You should go outside in the rain.
No, I'm good.
So at this point, we are fully
Come on, dog.
closed out on our prop load.
Gotta be one with nature.
Coming up on 1 minute and 20, we are still red on the range for weather. So at this
What's up,
rate,
Jeremy the Cyborg?
looking likely we
LDD,
will
brother.
hold it T-minus
Oh.
40 to see if we can clear that anvil cloud roll. That's the one blocker we currently have to a launch today.
1 minute. We are now 1 minute. Yeah, whoever said that hot voice,
Did just
you
get
said that
confirmation,
when
so
the
we
guy
are
was
expecting to
talking.
hold at
Just wanna
T-minus
say.
40. We are still red on the range.
So you are
for
having
weather.
sausages for
Somebody says,
dinner.
where's Ashley St. Clair? She's actually on this rocket. Elon has personally put her on this
With
rocket.
peeled
He
tomatoes.
said he is here to do humanity a favor.
Am I right,
So
dog?
Ashley St. Clair currently on this rocket. So here we go.
Yeah, we're essentially
You amazed
not
at how I know that,
replenishing
dog?
on the vehicle at this point, so we
Not
have
at
to
all.
keep a close eye on
Why
things
not,
like
dog?
temperatures
Because
inside
you
the
heard
tank.
me say it.
Nah, nah, nah.
So many
You didn't
minutes
say
before
anything.
things start to warm
Nice,
up.
dude.
Surprised it's hot in South Texas.
Yeah, what do you think of what my dad
so-
said?
Guess
I
what?
don't know what you're talking about.
Now? 40 minutes. 40 minutes. We're back to 40.
What are you talking about,
delayed
dude?
because of the weather. So, okay,
Fucking
we'll
insane, dude.
continue on this video then. Man, I was getting excited, man. Damn. Thought we was going to see something cool. So, all right. So, we will come back to this, return back to this. Here we go.
Out there fighting on behalf of the American people, and he uses this as an outlet to deal with these PTSD. So that's the type of hero that we're talking about in terms of old Stu over here. This clip here really bothered me. After a rampage...
Am I wrong? Hang on. Am I wrong?
The entry, where we'll also be testing multiple experiments, including...
I thought they reset it to 40. I thought I heard somebody said that they reset it to 40. 40 seconds, hold, that's all? Oh, well, I'm retarded then, never mind.
Test flight with a soft splashdown.
You don't watch me for intelligence, that's for sure.
His ship on the other side of the planet today. We did just get a quick update. So the range is fully green. Weather is still red. So we are still tracking a detached anvil rule, which essentially there's an anvil cloud that's too close to our launch site and it needs to move further away. Until it moves further away, we can't lift off. So we are expecting an update in a couple of seconds potentially.
Does this guy sound like he's pooping? You hear that? He's like, until it's out, we're not gonna be able to launch.
And getting an update now.
Sounds like he's pooping.
You know what, dude? I think you should move to the UK.
Update right now.
I'd rather headbutt a knife than move to the UK.
Team's looking at it again. We're just tracking this anvil rule still. It's our
Headbutt a knife. I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Weather is currently red.
Why God?
Cam Man says he's launching his own rocket.
Bunch of
and
retards.
Sad voice coming in. We did just hear that we are still going to be red. So at this point, we are essentially transitioning this to be a wet dress. So wet dress is when we fully
they
load
take
prop
down
onboard
the country's
rocket.
flags when someone puts
so we
it
are gonna see
up
the
on
clock
the street.
probably start up again.
But when it's a fucking
once they get down
faggot
to
flag,
10
they
seconds,
don't take
they're
it down.
going to
Whoa.
out, and then we will be done for the day.
You're out of line.
No launch. Yep, there it is. No launch. So, sad face, no launch. Oh,
You're
well,
way out of line.
Ashley St. Clair a little bit more.
We're not there yet.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice? So we are seeing the clock rolling, but again, we're going to get down to T-minus 10 seconds, and we're going to
Dog diversity is their.
and then we're going to start offloading all of the propellant that's on board the rocket today. So
Well, I guess if they want to let all the
you are just
Muslims
tuning
in,
in.
they can just get
Jeremy
rid
was
of them
right,
beheaded,
Laughing
so
Man
it's-
says.
yeah, it's not going. There it goes. Back to
Wait, why'd you
T-minus
say
10
that way, dog?
The
Again,
Muslims?
we essentially turned today into a
Yeah,
wet dress.
why'd
So
you say
today
that way?
Because they're
ended up being the
Muslims.
test.
Learning something as always.
Yeah, still learning
The
something. We were able to
Muslims.
fix the issue that kind
What
of
are you
hit
trying to
us
say by
yesterday,
saying it that way?
where
Well, that's
we
how a lot
had
of them say
a
it.
leaky hose that
Oh.
was feeding liquid oxygen into the ship. But
Yeah, dude, say
we were able to fix that. But
say the country name
weather failed us
Pakistan.
today, so no launch today.
Pakistan.
We do have
Oh,
phenomenal
what about
logistics
Afghanistan?
team though, so
I don't know
we
how
should
they say it.
hopefully be
I
able to
don't
replenish
think
prop
are any
every
people from Afghanistan like civilized enough
there's
to.
a lot of, there's a lot
for us to
Damn.
move?
He said after they
Like they're either in
blueballed
caves or
everybody, he then
they're
talked
here and
about
they
the
don't
Whoa.
have the
codes,
accent.
and I'm like,
So I don't.
Whoa,
think
what's wrong with living in a
you
cave?
guys understand
I'm
the
not saying there's
internet
anything
world, it
wrong with
seems
it,
like
but
you do.
there'd be
Couldn't
no
go
way for us
today,
to hear
and
how
we're
they
able
say
to
it because they live
probably
in
go
said
tomorrow.
cave.
Yeah, thank
How
you
do you
all for
think they
joining
say
us
it,
today.
dog?
We hope to see you when we do.
Yeah,
Probably
go
the
for
same
lunch.
way
So
that
obviously
Iranians would
follow
say it.
our account on X.
Yeah, and how do they say it?
Okay, well, we will return back to this video right here to continue this story
Oh, I don't know.
on the
Give it your
Probably.
best try.
Afghanistan, la 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 la.
Nice.
So that's the type of
Oh, and is that like at the end? That's something they do too.
After Rampage Jackson and Sicko Stu made up after an apology, this guy
Nice,
AJ
dude.
Mana goes up to Raja and tells him to give Sicko Steve a receipt.
Proud of yourself
He's
for
a
being
real
so
payback for
fucking
something
offensive,
someone did.
dog.
What a piece of shit. He instigated all
If it
Yeah,
saves
so a
my life,
receipt
yeah, I
is
would
like-
do. proud,
when
actually.
something happens in the wrestling world.
What, doing the
somebody really
at the
hits
end?
someone on
No,
accident, or
knowing
not
that they
hurt,
do
like,
that.
You know, you're supposed to make it look like you punch them, but then you actually did punch them. That they're gonna give you a receipt, like a payback.
Dog, not all
Cody Rhodes gave Travis Scott payback a receipt, from what I hear.
You
and of
can't
course,
say
Travis
it's
Scott
all
is no longer featured in WWE events, which he should have never been featured
That's
in the first place. That's neither here nor
free.
there for this discussion.
Please share and expose this piece of shit. Okay, let's have a little look at this piece of shit.
Well, if Deus Vault means you're a white supremacist, then I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Wait, what means white supremacist?
Like they say, like the fucking news in the U.S. says that Deus Vault means it's like a white supremacist
Whatever you got, you give it back.
phrase
So
or some shit.
It's basically just like
What is that,
one
German?
real hit, maybe.
No, it's Latin.
Or something like that.
Deus.
Not what this fucking idiot did.
Remember to give him his
I
receipt
see.
and tag him, bro. And remember to tag him.
Well,
And if you don't tag
I've never
him,
heard
if
of
you
that.
need me to, I'll run out there and tag him with you. This guy is literally pumping and instigating this.
I've never
disagree,
heard of
man.
that.
This is the wrestling world. Like, hindsight now, obviously we can look back, but like that's wrestler talk. You can't take that shit too seriously. This guy who's talking about a receipt, he is a wrestler and he's talking like a wrestler. He has nothing to do with this fucking moron losing his mind and beating the shit out of this guy.
Already volatile animal to go out there and attack. So yes, he should be culpable for this whole scenario as well. Now obviously,
I disagree.
he's not out there jumping out, breaking people's teeth, bones, and face. So I don't know what.
I can't disagree more. The person responsible is the person that did the punching, nobody else. Not one single person is responsible for the actions of this clown except for that fucking clown.
That dude is all about, but this is sick. As I said, news stories are flaking everywhere. Mr.
Oh.
Beast is offering to help
Yeah.
injured wrestler Sicko Stu after Raja Jack.
Fuck Mr. Beast, okay? Mr. Beast is only trying to do whatever he can to make sure he gets clout for it. That's the only thing Mr. Beast fucking cares about. Mr. Beast will help you as long as there's a fucking camera or a Twitter account that he can tell you how great he is.
An attack. Even Mr. Beast is taking a break from virtuously giving 8 million to a bunch of blacks and fuck about him to go here and try help out Stu the wrestler. That must.
All right, that was good. That was good.
Mean something, right? There it is. It's just a quick little breakdown. As I said, most people have seen what has happened. I wasn't really appalled because this is exactly what these people do. Yes, I said that, and I don't care what comes back at me. I've seen
Dog,
people
Islam
like MMA guru,
is
Jesse on
the
Fire,
fucking
Ben Askren
beautifulest
is after
religion
pulling on the boots
ever,
and getting
dog.
involved in this one. He thinks it's disgusting and vile, and this dude should go to prison. Correct. This dude is an animal who isn't evolved, and he should be going to prison. But this isn't shocking, and this isn't new. This is what you see
What the
in
fuck
every
is your...
fast food chain across America pretty much every fucking day. Have a look at social media. I'm not interested in watching what
Do you have a
shit straight out of
fucking...
them by these animals. And every time it pops up on my feed, I click
This
not
guy's a
interested.
fucking fish
And I
dinosaur
still see
creature.
way more than I should. I saw a
You're
video
fucking
of a woman in her
racist.
40s sitting on the ground in a fast food chain surrounded by blacks who
I'd
were
be fucking
kicking her in the face,
racist.
stomping on her head and trying to murder her the way this guy tried to murder the rest.
It's not...
A fast food restaurant. It can be an
Baby.
airport. It can be a hotel. It can be on the street. It can be a graduation. It can be on a school bus. We've seen the videos. Don't pretend like you haven't. We've seen that one white kid surrounded by 20 blacks getting the head popped off of him. We've seen the people.
You know what
getting
I'm
absolutely murdered by these
saying?
animals. Even last week here in Ireland, there was a huge news story that didn't make it onto the mainstream. Surprise, surprise, where there was legitimately 120 blacks chasing one Irish kid in an Irish park and finally caught up with him and gave him one of the worst beatings that you'll ever see. Didn't make the mainstream media though. What did make the mainstream media and had politicians coming out of the woodwork to talk about was some Indian kid who apparently was racially abused and she was told to go home. Back to India. That made it onto the front of every newspaper. Everyone's timeline was filled up with it. Every news outlet was interviewing. Every TV show was out there in force getting this story. But not of the white kid who got lynched by 120 blacks. That wasn't newsworthy, I guess. So I wasn't shocked when I saw this yesterday. It's what they do. People are known by
Yo,
their
dog, you gotta
behavior, right?
buy
You talk
Star
to any
Wars
American
Outlaws.
person and you say, hey, you know that Irish guy? And he'll probably be described as the guy who drinks
Really
a
good
lot and
game,
avoids
though.
construction. Fine, fair enough. That is what it is. What if you ask them about British people? They'll probably be described as, you know, fish and chip eating, football loving type of people. Cool.
And gay.
It's better than the old public.
Like, you gotta add that.
If you ask them about any
That's
person
heresy
with the origins
of
that
the
might
highest order.
be in Africa, that might have dark skin, you'll get the same answer. They like to beat people, they like to fight on the street, they like to commit murder within their own community and outside of it. They like to destroy society that us white people have built up for them and never apologize and have government and mainstream media run cover for them, fueling their victim consciousness to the level where they can literally get away with anything. Like I think Raja Jackson will get away with this right here. Maybe a smack on the wrist is what he'll get from a Californian magistrate. He's not going to prison. This is what they do.
Well, that guy is, a lot of you are asking, RP is his channel name right there. I'm sure mods can link it to his channel. I've never watched him before, but I like his content. But I do have a good segue, okay? I have a good segue on all of the things that he was saying. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have an interesting story. Boom! Breaking news, President Trump has officially fired Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. Lisa Cook has been fired by President Donald J. Trump. He teased this a few days ago, and she is now gone. The executive power of the United States is vested in me as president and as
Dog, I found your dad on YouTube.
that the laws of the United States are faithfully executed.
Want me to send you the link, dog?
That faithfully executing the law requires your immediate removal from office.
Alright, give me one sec, dog.
Matter. Get him out. Get him out. The beautiful thing right there. President Trump fired. You're done. Absolutely awesome. So I figured that was a good segue. And again, if you go back to a few days ago, I covered it, but he had teased this a few days ago. He actually, like, tweeted out a picture of
There, dog. I
picture really quickly for what he posted a few days ago. I don't know if I can go through here.
Dude, my dad
Everybody
hates
was laughing
seafood, so
about
that's
it,
funny
too,
that
when he
you
did it.
say that, Sam.
Let's see. Right in here, I think.
Dude, I would love to have those
I don't
fucking
know if I can
crabs,
find
man.
It was so funny.
Dog, that's your dad.
President Trump followed.
My dad won't even try lobster, bro.
I'm not seeing it. It's hard to find through all the news that's been going on the last few days, but either way, I can't find it.
What's
but
wrong with
he
them,
followed
dog?
through. So, we was unemployed and shit. There it is. Yeah, I can't. No, too much to funnel through at this
So what, he doesn't
But
any seafood?
congratulations.
It doesn't even like fish
to
that
President
much.
Trump for doing the job that we elected him to do.
He'll only eat
Glorious
fish if it has
thing.
batter
Love
on
to
it.
see it, and it makes me happy. Okay,
They're
Mike
basically
Zero
only
Source
fish and
hang on,
chips.
sorry. David Phillips for 20 says, "Hey Jeremy, have you ever watched the launch in person?" Not in person, I have not.
Damn, dog.
Dude, that would be amazing to watch a launch of a rocket or space shuttle or something like that in person, but I've never done it.
Fuck
But
it
it would be
over.
awesome if I got that chance. Mike Zero Source for 50 says, "Hey Jeremy, I usually post jokes in your chat, but I saw a video from the quartering about a 54-year-old daycare worker brutally beating a 3-year-old. I asked the 199 to make the attacker."
You know the YouTube channel Girl with the Dogs?
The one that cleans the dogs?
Thurston Famous?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hot, right? The ginger?
Let me look this up.
Yeah. Does it sadden you knowing this could have potentially been a YouTube channel for you?
Oh, well, I didn't really watch the dogs when I was at the daycare. I did a couple, but that was by choice.
I don't know. She gets hundreds of thousands of views each video.
Okay. Is this legit? Okay. Oh my god. Black daycare worker beat up a white toddler. Yvette Thurston, 54, was arrested, but a shit-lib judge set the bond for $44,000. Since then, jail records show that he has bonded out of the Decatur jail. Is this in Georgia? Because he said Georgia. I didn't know if he meant Georgia. This happened. This happened at Little Blessings Child Care, which is affiliated with Bainbridge Church of God. Wow. There you have it, right there. Thank you, Mike Zero Source, for letting me know. So is it a he or what? Because it says right here that he bonded out. That looks like a woman. I'm looking for more information on this, so let's see here. It was the kid's first day, somebody in the chat said.
Dog, can I ask you a question?
I guess.
Internet, do your thing where you ruin
How come when a dog sniffs a woman's ass, it's cute, but when I do, I'm going to jail?
Because it's not helpful. So you don't want to do that because that's bad. But so Yvette Thurston, 54, was taken into custody Monday and facing charges of first-degree aggravated battery and 3 counts of first-degree child abuse.
It's not fair.
CCTV in a phone call Friday afternoon. A bond was set for $44,000 on 4 charges. Since then, okay, so that's Thurston was identified as an employee at the daycare, according to an incident report WCTV obtained Friday. Bainbridge police say the child was treated at an area hospital. The story will continue to be updated. Absolutely sick, twisted. I mean, it's evil is what it is. It's absolutely pure evil. And it's racism. It's absolutely racism. Here we go. Colin Rugg, a daycare worker in Bainbridge, Georgia, has been charged with first-degree child abuse.
Damn, dog, is the plane done?
54 Yvette Thurston is accused of beating a child a little.
Oh, almost.
A church daycare center.
Dog, I can't see through the cockpit, dog.
This video says.
You're a retard.
Daycare worker arrested in Bainbridge. Yvette Thurston is facing child abuse charges for her.
I can't see through it.
Thurston was arrested at Little Blessings, a church child care facility, and is still wearing that Little Blessings shirt in this booking photo. The child's father shared photos of his 1-year-old son online and with us, but we want to warn you first, these images are startling.
This is the cockpit.
This is Clay Weeks. His father Corey says this happened on Clay's
Yeah, but where's the window, dog?
Public safety says they were called to the facility Monday just before 7 p.m. BPS has not released any details about what happened, but says officers were able to watch video surveillance of the incident.
Bro, I still can't see through the cockpit window.
Decatur County Jail and was ordered to have no contact with anyone under 18
You
or
can,
their
it's just.
family. We have reached out to the daycare for comment.
Since there's nothing there, it's.
Absolutely disgusting. Like, and you know what's so frustrating about this? That the mainstream won't touch this. The mainstream won't talk about this. But if the roles were reversed, if this was a white
you can see
woman
through it, you
that
fucking
was
gay
beating a
faggot
black
cunt.
kid, they
Oh.
would build their
Actually, it looks
narrative
pretty good,
around
dude.
it. By the way, both scenarios are horrible. Both scenarios are unacceptable. But only one scenario is picked up by the mainstream. Only one scenario is picked up by the mentally ill people out there so that they can continue to create this phony bullshit narrative about racism.
Dog, where's the space for his legs?
The frustrating part of all of this is that this child
It is a space for his
doesn't
legs.
get justice
It's already there, cunt.
because of the color of his
This guy's a god fucking dumbass retard.
Simple as that.
Oh, do I see wires?
No, it's because this fucking program is janky as fuck.
That is racism.
Wait, what the fuck is that?
This person's an evil fucking piece of shit that should burn in hell. should be locked up for the rest of whatever I'm gonna say her life. I don't know what I'm looking at, but
I'm looking like, why?
I'm talking about it before I say words that I shouldn't say on the internet. So, Sola Felix says, I got that one. Fantastic Knox says, doesn't like being called a B, becomes a big B. Ministry of Wrong Things says, literally bitch made lol. Phil says, as a black man, I understand why people are scared of us. Sola Felix says, this guy has got nothing on New Jack in the ring. Mr. No One says, saying it how it is. Jeremy the Cyborg says he needs to go to prison for attempted murder, talking about Rampage Jackson's son. Ministry of Wrong Things says, Irish dude is 4.5 Fuentes is in. Ashen Spear becomes a new member. Thank you. Sam Uri says, bro beat up Disco Stew. What a low life. Mr. Bentham says, get Tree Bear to AI Gary's face on that guy. Blue Eyed Scorpio says,
Dude, why does it move the second I press the fucking mouse button?
I don't know. He's awesome, though. Storm Shadow says, dude is a love child of Beardo and
Oh my god.
Ministry of Wrong Things says, this dude looks like he's old school YouTube, or old YouTube. Bill says, I get why people are racist. I am too. Black Kate says, holy crap, Ryan's Irish cousin. Slain Hope says, zip her in a kick bag and take her to an MMA gym. Let's see. All right. Well, we are over. We're like 2.5 hours, so probably going to end it there. I have been uploading videos to the main Geeks and Gamers channel again, so make sure you are tuned in over there. The idea, and again, there's so much nuance involved with this, but if I knew Trump was going to be the president for ever, then okay, fine, but it opens up a very slippery slope with Democrats and other politicians down the road when you start getting into setting precedents for what you can and can't do. With that said, this guy that we just watched, that guy's just a fucking clown. So I have no sympathy for that idiot at all. But I've talked about it a little bit. I've got it over on my D-Day Cobra 2 channel. But yeah, it's just a very bad precedent to set. But I understand Trump's his head and his heart is in the right place with it. I just think that it opens up a very, very dangerous path to go down. Snooty Mims for $20 on Rumble says, thank you, Jeremy, for reading all the names yesterday. Also, Cracker needs us, not the other way around. Stand strong, my friends. Hail chat. Thank you, Snooty Mims. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for being so supportive for everybody. Always calling people out, promoting smaller channels. I know they appreciate that. I really do. So, but yeah, in terms of that guy that we watched, though, I don't feel sorry for that clown. That guy he's just looking for attention. He's just grandstanding. And I did notice a bit of a lisp with his voice. Okay, I noticed a little bit of a lisp. Not like Dave Filoni level, but like it was there. I heard a little bit of a lisp. So, and he looked a little fabulous when he was rewatch this. He looked a little fabulous when he was pointing towards the White House.
I meant right to burn the United States flag in public, not causing harm or causing any danger to any citizens or personnel in the area.
Watch right here. Watch when he starts pointing. He looks a little fabulous, okay?
Do this for every single one of you American citizens. We burn this flag in protest to that president.
See that he's a little bit of fabulous. You see how his body language was?
President feels that it's his right to do whatever he wants, whatever law he wants, regardless if it's legal or illegal.
Nice, dude.
It is our First Amendment.
But
Fucking making retarded ass sounds.
Okay, let's see where we are.
Dog, like, you got a fucking problem.
So, Bilbo Teabaggin says, I grew up eating at Cracker Barrel. It's a shame to see what's happened to it. I won't be eating there.
Damn, dog, it looks better with black and gray.
The Troll King for 20 says, it's hilarious that folks think it's legal to start a fire in a public setting. How many permits do I need for a fire?
It changes it
on
back to
public
fucking
beach
green, you
in
fucking loser.
California? But now I can burn a flag on that beach. It's great to know.
There you go,
Yeah,
dog.
I mean,
That's your caller right there.
you can't do what that guy did.
Nice,
Like,
dude.
It's so dumb, and he's making.
So is that the one carrying the gay
A
bomb?
lot of people in the chat were spamming.
Yeah,
Fed,
it's gonna make everyone
so
gay.
I
The
don't
fucking
know if he
pink
is or
bomb.
not. But he's definitely
Nice.
somebody who's looking for attention. That's the way I looked at it. So he got what he wanted out of it. He got people to talk
Nice.
about it, you know, and I'm doing it, and everybody's kind of retweeting that video. So he got what he wanted. Fucking retard. Andrew Zero says burning the flag. Okay, now do a pride flag or a tiny hat flag. Yeah.
Oh.
Yabe says that Cracker Barrel now has all the new lesbian biscuits. They are fish flavored, delicious. I think I'll pass. The Good White says, if Trump told these people to not fall off a bridge, they would jump. They absolutely would. He controls every aspect of their existence. It's wild. Let me see here. Trying to see if there's any updates while we're waiting. So you got Fox News tweeting out about Trump and Cracker Barrel. Okay, we got that.
This guy's making his fucking faggot sounds again.
Locals, please do not.
If I don't, dog, I'll die.
Jeremy the Cyborg says the executive order doesn't
Nice.
make flag burning illegal. It makes it illegal in conjunction with another crime or inciting others to commit a crime. Yeah, we talked about, I said there's a lot more details involved with that. But the messaging behind it wasn't completely clear. You know what I mean? If you look at the details of it, because everybody yesterday was responding to the headline, and no one was actually looking at the specifics. But even with the specifics, it was still a little vague. And you've got to be perfectly clear when you're talking about that. So, Ball 95 says, magically everyone arrested, let's see, suddenly a veteran. Peter says, I'd never burn the flag, but I defend the right to. Yes, it's cringe, but so are a lot of people when they exercise their rights to free speech, lol. You are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. Jeremy is way too colorful today.
Damn, dog.
Because of the background? I could change the background, but I like my background. I like my G.I. Joe background.
I'm just realizing. Fucking finished Hogwarts, dog.
I like that. Ian Carroll convinced Jeremy to grow a mullet.
You got a record of unfinished projects, dog.
Like,
You realize that?
Makes the anti-Israel crowd cringe, in my opinion. So, people like him, like, they make the
Fucking
whole
pasty
anti-Israel
teabag.
movement cringe. In my opinion, but I have seen some of his stuff, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there, apparently. Oh, look at that, dude. Look at this. Okay? I know a lot of you won't appreciate this, okay? A lot of you won't appreciate it. Just look at that. Dude, this is probably the greatest toy ever made in G.I. Joe history, and I've never owned it. I don't even know how much this shit goes for anymore. Transformers greater than G.I. Joe? What? What? No, G.I. Joe, Transformers are great. I was just, is it going for $500? Dad Build says, Jeremy, best advice you could give a small YouTuber trying to grow their channel. Okay, so I've talked about this several times before, but since we have a few minutes, let me pull your comment up.
All right, I'll be back.
Oh, fuck. Shite.
Really quick. So I've said this before a lot. Best advice I can give a small YouTuber trying to grow their channel is
fuck
it's the harsh truth of YouTube. It just is the harsh truth. It's the harsh truth of the internet. So I'm gonna put it as blunt as I can. Nobody gives a fuck about you. They just don't. They care about the content that you're offering, but they don't care about you.
Could you watch that bowl at some point in the next hour?
If you have a channel, whatever
What?
created, whatever content
What
you're
is it?
building it around.
You had all day to do
Fuck
it.
you say.
And I ask people to ask themselves, like, when you're watching content, especially from people you don't know, when that person starts the video out trying to convince you to go follow them on Instagram and TikTok and follow them on Twitter and join their Facebook group and sign up to their mailing list on their website, do you give a shit? Because I don't. So whenever I click on a video, especially from someone I don't know, I'm not clicking on the video for them. I'm clicking on the video for whatever their topic and thumbnail
Sit
were.
there in front of me and
Whatever.
do that?
Very, very, very loyal and dedicated supporter of the president. So that is awesome. All right, have they backed this up? Let's see what Right Side's saying.
People would just cut off the president from speaking, especially when he was on the campaign trail as the former president at speaking, especially when he was on the campaign trail as the former president at the time. Oh, that's the 45th president.
You saying something?
Then we'll go on to something else.
Personnel, not personal. Alabama Reader. Yeah, that lines up.
The United States. And one of the things he's been able to use in his deck of cards is the use of the tariff. Really dating back to Alexander Hamilton, Henry Clay, Republican presidents.
I was watching I was watching Agenda Free TV before I went live, and Agenda Free TV's like Nightbot, it was warning people in the chat. It said if
Dog, you never play
you
Flight
trash
Sim,
Steve or the
dog.
mods, we will time you out or ban you. And I'm like, is that what? Is
What
that
happened?
why this entire
I just forget
chat
about
is
it.
so nice?
Because I can't get it on my
Nice.
screen. On my desktop, I have to go into to the fucking search bar.
Nice.
Like, imagine if we did that over here, man. Like, look at Jessica.
Let me see.
Yeah, the Nightbot was like, if you trash Steve or the mods, we will time you out or ban you.
Or
I'm
is it?
like, wow. That's why his chat's so nice to him. Hey, keeping him in line. Keeping him in line. Well, yeah,
Oh, it is.
all
Oh, it
do
is. I
you
just
know, a
can't
bunch of
fucking
name
see
calling.
it.
Nice.
What are you gonna do though, right? Welcome to the internet.
God, dude, retard alert.
Oh man, I was watching. What was it? I was watching.
Guy goes on and on about
and,
F-22s,
Tom
has
Midnight
fucking
said
flight sim
Tom
within
had
it,
another
within the
fucking
game, he doesn't
meltdown.
play it. Nice.
And he rage quit the show. It's all over Cracker Barrel. He got mad over Cracker Barrel.
Isn't that amazing, dude?
And I think Hayden Wayne sent in a super chat. And Hayden was like, "Dude, I get called gay and furry and weird."
Plays a game where he makes his team lose every game, but he has a game where he can literally fly the fucking jet he talks about all the time, but he's like, nah, desktop. Then when he checks, it's on his desktop.
I
He
can
was
fucking
upset
see
that
it.
people were mad about Cracker Barrel. I'm like, good lord, man. James
That's
Gunn's Superman broke him. Absolutely broke him. So, yeah, gay anime boy. That's what it was, Jessica. Yeah. And like that's just how the internet is, man. You're gonna get.
Yo,
called
play
names.
Gangplank,
The
dog.
internet is like one giant group chat.
Yeah, fucking faggot.
That's what the internet is. And that's how you have to view it. It's just like one giant group chat. And if you've ever been in a group chat with your friends, literally all you do is get called names by your friends, okay? That's it. And then occasionally in the group chat, you'll have to drop some serious news and everybody rallies around you for a few minutes, you know, because it's like, oh shit, man, we got your back, whatever you need, if anybody's fucking with you. But then 10 minutes later, they're back to calling you gay. This is how it is. That's how it is. The internet is one big group chat.
What's the shelf
And you're
life
gonna
for
get called
peeled
gay
tomatoes?
95% of the time.
In the can or outside of the
But the
can?
moment that you need something,
In the can.
people will rally around you.
I'd assume
That's
at
how
least
it
6 months or something like that.
So,
But I'm not sure. It could be.
Art
it
Life
might
says
even
we
not
say-
would talk
refrigerated?
shit if we didn't care, we would not
Well,
say
why are you gonna
anything,
refrigerate
period.
canned?
Hey, see, that's
something?
exactly how it is.
Well, doesn't the cold help preserve it?
But gay anime
I don't know
boy says night call.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never
I'm
heard of
sure Hayden catches
refrigerating
hell
canned
with his VTuber stuff and all
things.
that. So
When it's in the can.
So we're waiting for President Donald Trump.
Might even be 2027 sometime.
It's like Tom is perpetually new to
So
the
I don't know.
internet. It is weird, man. It is weird. I mean, I really wouldn't care, but he got so upset about me going on Piers Morgan, and he accused me of changing.
Dude, Mordekaiser.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna talk shit about you
Faggot
forever.
Kaiser,
dude.
that's what his name is.
The fact that you got mad that I went on Piers Morgan and said that James Gunn's Superman
It's the coolest.
is crazy.
I don't think
So I was like, dude, I didn't even ask to be on fucking Piers Morgan. They just asked me. Like, I wasn't trying to get on Piers Morgan. But whatever. Whatever floats your boat. But yeah, he's been very emotionally beaten over James Gunn's Superman. And now he's mad over Peacemaker for some reason. I'm not watching that dog shit. So but like I said in the Flashcast chat, he represents Tom represents the James Gunn Superman fan emotionally weak. He's a great representative of it. Just emotionally weak and emotionally broken. Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers hates Superman and Peacemaker. Well, I haven't seen Peacemaker, But I really did not like James Gunn Superman. I thought it was awful.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
I thought it was. I mean, again, you got to understand, man. It made me like Man of Steel more. That's how bad James Gunn Superman was. So, quick update too. Hey, you know what? I got to tell you guys about this because we're currently waiting for the president to go. So, I watched F1 starring Brad Pitt. I heard everybody tell me that this was the greatest movie of the year. This was Top Gun Maverick. I didn't love the movie. I thought it was fine. I don't think it's a bad movie per se. The problem is that I've watched Formula One movies, and it is the most unrealistic like it's titled F1. Like the name of the movie is F1. It's endorsed by Formula One, and dude, like the things that Brad Pitt was doing on the racetrack, he would not get away with that once in Formula One. He wouldn't get away with that shit once. And I'm just watching going, none of this shit makes sense. Now, you have to, it's a Hollywood movie. It's just so Hollywooded up with the racing that it's tough for me to get there. If you don't know anything about racing, this movie will work perfectly for you. It's that, but watching it, knowing how Formula One works, knowing that this guy's been out of Formula One for like 30 fucking years and he just hops back in a car. Like, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. So, I guess I went into it with different expectations because it was endorsed by Formula One and Lewis Hamilton was a producer on it. I felt like we were going to get a real, gritty racing movie. And what we got was a Hollywood version of what they want normies to think Formula One do.
Shit.
Because if you watch this movie thinking that Formula One is anything remotely close to what you watch this movie,
Damn, dude, you just killed an ostrich.
Incredibly disappointed. With that said, the camera work is phenomenal.
You know what I think you should do? You should fucking get like an ostrich egg and try to like eat the entire thing.
I think the camera work is some of the best camera work I've ever seen in a racing movie. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Including the show.
Really amazing. It's not a bad movie
What the
at all.
fuck are you
So I don't
talking
think
about?
it's a bad movie. I think
What's so weird?
Like scramble it.
people that go into
Yeah, what's so weird about that?
I thought it
No,
was
I just want to see if you can do it.
would give it like
I didn't say it was weird.
Why wouldn't I
give it
do
like
it?
maybe a 7 out of 10.
You know how big a fucking ostrich egg is?
So, but if it would
Like,
When I make eggs, I make
I think it's the
like 10
equivalent.
eggs.
have been titled and endorsed
Huh?
by Formula One,
When I make eggs, I make like 10.
but
I think
guess
it's the
I was
equivalent
just
of like
thinking
24 eggs.
kind of Formula One. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But in a good way, I guess. So, let's see. Nothing yet on cabinet meeting. But yeah, I probably need to go over Criticalist and drop my review for that. So, but I'm definitely on the, like, I'm in the minority on this because everybody loves it. Everybody loved it. Forget the movie, just watch F1. Well, I mean, that's the thing is, if you do watch this movie and then go watch Formula One, you're gonna be bored out of your mind. You're gonna be waiting, like, it basically felt like NASCAR Formula One. It felt like they were telling the story of Dale Earnhardt in Formula One. You know, because Earnhardt actually did a lot of that shit.
It's a two-headed wolf, dog.
That ain't happening in Formula One, bro. It's not happening. Days of Thunder, yeah, it's essentially with Days of Thunder for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Max Verstappen wasn't at the premiere. I mean, I heard people saying that, like, Max Verstappen didn't like it, he was pissed off about this, but I think a lot of that was clickbait. I don't, like, didn't he just have a kid or something like that? Like, I don't know. There's a lot, dude, like, YouTube Shorts have ruined YouTube in a lot of ways. I saw YouTube Shorts saying that, like, Max Verstappen was, like, pissed off that Brad cockpit and all of this, and I'm like, I don't think so. Roughing is racing can't happen in F1. Not to the level that they were putting it. No, like it was crazy. It was crazy. But again, it's kind of like when I tell people that I'm, like Sons of Anarchy is one of my favorite television shows of all time, and then you hear from like people that are like in Viking biker gangs, and they're like, that's such a ridiculous Hollywood version of biking and all that. I'm like, I get it. When you're tied to something, it's hard for you to get there when it's a Hollywood version. So like real bikers hate Sons of Anarchy. I fucking love Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy is amazing. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. But a real biker will be like ripping it apart. So, Avatar 3. I didn't like Avatar 1. I really liked Avatar 2. I'm not really sure my expectations.
Is that your dog toy?
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I don't know. I really liked 2, but 1 not so much.
You do things like people are doing today, next door to us in.
Gerald Armstrong says, "Remember Driven?" Yes, I do. There's been several good racing movies. I would still say Ford versus Ferrari is the best car movie I think I've ever seen. Ford versus Ferrari, probably. Lee says, why does free speech usually involve arson? F1 or Driven? Driven. I would take Driven over F1. Classic thing lover. SVT Junkie says Cold Trickle is better. Kevin Spears says, I heard Brad Pitt's hits and balls.
Nice.
That's nothing I wanted about it. Soul Felix says, Big Gay Tom was triggered by lofty greater than Tom Chat 1. Richard says, search Little League umpire nutted 3 times. I don't think I want to do that.
It's funny, the only thing I miss about Rainbow Six is the trolling.
Yeah.
Like, other than that, I couldn't care less.
I don't think they're official advisors. I mean, I know he speaks with them occasionally, but I don't think any of them are official advisors.
No.
Men with 10 different memberships. Yeah, if you haven't seen Ford versus Ferrari, go watch it. It's fantastic.
An enemy has been
really
slain.
Thrash Vice says, let's see. Cruz explaining drafting to Kidman with.
At least I got over it on stream if I didn't go back and watch it.
Yeah, I mean,
holy shit. I still remember the time.
You should put that into a playlist. You should like organize it.
There's so much ridiculousness in that movie as well, but the difference is that it was called Days
That
of
one
Thunder.
time on Border,
It wasn't called
where you got that double kill and the guy tried to revive.
So it's like, I know that I was going into, like, I didn't look into F1 at all. Because I've gotten, if I'm not watching trailers on a stream, I kind of try to avoid trailers if I can for most movies. Because trailers ruin everything at this point in time. The marketing for trailers just shows you every fucking thing in a movie. And I wanted to see F1, so I knew nothing of it outside of the fact that everybody said it was great, and it was fully endorsed by F1. So at that point in time, I'm just like, oh man, okay. Well, this is going to be a really grounded, awesome, movie with Brad Pitt as an F1 driver. And it was fine. Like I said, I don't hate the movie at all. I guess my expectations were way too high. So, and watching F1 all those years ago, I guess it just kind of messed with my perception of it. But I am in the slim minority. Most people love it. So, fuck what I have to say. F1 was woke. Don't waste your time. I wouldn't call it woke, but there's definitely definitely but they don't like preach about it or anything. But there's definitely there's definitely emphasis on that. Plus, Lewis Hamilton is a psychopath when it comes to social justice. If you know anything about him. Don't see if there's any updates. Do we have any updates on this? What is this? This girl, along with a 7-month-old unborn baby, gunned down while riding home in Louisiana. Zero national outrage. Here we go again, man. All because the media doesn't care because of the color of her skin. I don't know the specifics on this. I'm just reading this headline.
An enemy has been slain.
Fuck.
Killing spree. Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'm right here, so I don't make anything. Lady Aaron D says I saw this road rage. Really? Huh. That's awesome. I don't know, like I said, I don't know specifics. I'll have to look up see if we have specifics on that while we're waiting for Trump and crew to go live. But yeah, I mean, this is why the media truly is the enemy of the people, because the media will only talk about a story when there's race baiting involved. The truth is not something that the mainstream media is interested in telling you. It's just not. Absolutely horrific. I'll look and see if I can get more details on the story. All right, what is this? It's official. President Trump is scaring blue cities and city officials into cracking down on crime because they don't want the troops to be deployed to their area next. Has a president ever attempted to solve crime like this before? Absolute legend. Forcing blue cities and states to deal with their crime because they don't want Trump to come in there and clean it up for them. What a sad situation.
God.
So you had the resources the entire time to clean up the crime, yet you didn't do anything until Trump threatened to send troops. That's the Democrats right there. Let's see. Den Hawkins says, when are you going to grow balls and accept MCU fans a Fortnite challenge? He said he will wipe your team solo. Well, I mean, when am I going to grow some balls and accept MCU? The first thing MCU fan needs to stop doing is...
See, like, I hate when wins are that fucking short, and then I play another game.
Every time Krista posts anything, it doesn't
So
even
hoping
have
to
to be
have
a
one
picture
good
of her.
game.
She just posts anything. The MCU fan is quote
Well,
tweeting it immediately.
that's just life, dog.
Okay, so, but in order to get to the king, you're gonna have to do a lot more work than just have somebody send me a $5 fucking super chat on your behalf. But here's the thing, Den Hawken. MCU fan doesn't even have the balls to come send me a fucking super chat directly. He's making you guys do it, which shows how pathetic he is. He doesn't even have the balls to send me the super chat. So the first thing, MCU fan, you have to do is get the balls to send the super chat yourself, okay? Let's start there. And then we'll talk.
Where Vladimir...
Classic Stain Lovers, a scale of not to almost, where are you today? I am as far away as possible from Ian Carroll. Yeah. I'm also as far away as possible from Ben Shapiro. Because I think both pro and anti-Israel people are fucking retarded. I want nothing to do with either one of them. So they can have it. Let them fight. So,
bro, look how ugly this chick is, bro.
I'm not watching stream.
The fucking retard chick playing Ellie. Holy fuck, she's ugly.
Man. I don't have the ability. I don't have the strength to watch that movie. Kevin's
Dog, that's me.
Good. She fucking deserves it if you're that ugly.
Damn.
If I was that ugly, I would I'd
Jeremy is a coward.
get into a
Dude,
car
I
accident
can't watch sad
so
dog
that they
Whoa.
rearrange my face.
I'm not built for that life.
That's some dark shit, dog.
Humans die all day long. The moment that a dog gets hurt, I'm done. I'm out. I can't do it. Jeremy the Israel fence sitter. Yes, yes. Very much a fence sitter of the place that I said the guy running it is an evil piece of shit and that no one should trust him. Very much a fence sitter.
Dog, why you gotta be so cruel? She can't change her face.
Yeah, well, she's so ugly that it's like infuriating and it's actually like offensive.
Nice.
Come on, judges. You know, you're doing your part here. I need the
It's
judges
egregious, bro. Like, her head is massive and her face is small as shit. Like, it doesn't even make sense.
When I read commentary from them on why they did not hold someone on bail who common sense would have said should have been held, but also our laws say should have been held. And so I think there's also a lot of...
How is this idiot even in a position of leadership? How? That's my question. How is she even in that position? It is good. It's amazing. It really is. But yeah, so you know, Trump obviously everything he does, like they will publicly tell you how much they hate him and how he's terrible, but he's forcing their hand.
What is this, dude?
And they continue to walk right into it. So pretty beautiful. Let me see where we're at. What is this? Joe Scarborough eviscerated Chicago's mayor by asking him 5 times a simple question. All right, well, let's hear this. The worst mayor in the country.
Would you also like to get federal funding to help put 5,000 more cops on the street in Chicago? Would that help drive down the crime?
Well, look, policing by itself is not the full strategy.
No, I understand that. You've talked about the other things you want, and I said those are good and important programs, but I'm asking also, would 5,000 more police officers on the street in Chicago be helpful to go along with all of those social programs that a lot of cities are engaging in and having success with?
Well, look, here's the best way I can put it, Joe, is that in the 90s when I was in high school, we had 3,000 more police officers and we had 900 people being murdered every single year in Chicago. It's just not policing alone. Of course, we want more detectives.
I know it's not policing alone, but I know it's not policing alone. You've told me everything else you want.
Did she just tap Joe, telling him to back down? Don't be mean to the black man, Joe. Did you see her? Watch her hand right here. Watch her hand.
I know it's not policing alone, but I know it's not policing alone.
See that? She absolutely did. Joe, he's black. You can't question him. Joe, you're going to be called a racist.
Policing alone, but I know it's not policing alone. You've told me.
Carrie Creasy.
I'm curious curious, and this does come down to an ideological difference between people. Do you believe that
The fuck is that Sci-4 dog? You fucking cunt.
there were more uniformed police officers on the streets of Chicago?
I believe the city of Chicago and cities across America would be safer if we actually had, you know, affordable housing. Look,
Okay,
I'm
but
not
that's
saying
not,
that we
that's not
don't.
the question I asked. My question is, and I just need a yes or a no, do you believe the streets of Chicago would be safer if you got all of
Dude,
the...
look at how she's looking at
Oh
Joe.
my god, this
She
is gonna be
like,
fast
"You
as
are
fuck.
being
Holy
so
shit.
racist
FF at 20.
right now. Look at the look she's giving him. Look at this. Watch how she turns to Joe.
If we actually had, you know, affordable housing. Look,
Okay,
I'm
but
not
that's
saying that we
not
don't.
the question I asked. My question is, and I just need a yes or a no, do you believe the streets of Chicago would be safer if you got all of those other extraordinary programs put back into place, which do have a history of being successful, if that's complemented by having 5,000 more cops on the streets of Chicago?
I don't believe that we should narrow it down to just police officers, Joe. What I'm saying, that is an antiquated approach.
You're hearing what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you that all of these other social programs are extraordinarily important. I just need a yes or a no, and then this will be the last time I ask. If you did all of those other social programs that 800 million that New York City does, Los Angeles, other people do with great success, would an additional 5,000 cops on the streets in Chicago complement those programs to make Chicago safe?
Look, we are working hard to make sure that our police department is fully supported. I don't believe that just simply putting out an arbitrary number around police officers is the answer. What I'm saying is policing and affordable housing. It's policing and mental and behavioral health care services. It's policing and youth employment.
This is amazing. This is amazing. You're on a network that hates Trump and is almost in 100% agreement with you. You're talking to a couple of clowns who have TDS, and even they are making you look ridiculous.
It's a full package. Of course, we want to make sure that our police department is fully supported. That's why I've invested in our detectives bureau, because what we have seen in the city of Chicago, when we solve crime, it actually serves as a deterrent. It's policing and all of the other efforts that we're doing. Here's the last thing I'll say to that. The federal government could work stronger to coordinate with my police department to get guns off the streets of Chicago. We've seen these coordination efforts work. Just a couple of weeks ago, the ATF working with my police department, we removed over 150 guns off the streets of Chicago that were trafficked in through Mississippi and Indiana. No one is saying that police officers don't play an incredible role in driving safety. They play an absolute pivotal role in that. But we have asked law enforcement to do too much. Police officers are being asked to be social workers, counselors. What I'm simply saying is, if we're going to build safe and affordable cities across America, the one thing that safe communities all have in common, they invest in people. We have a poverty issue in the city of Chicago and cities across America. Police officers alone will not put food on the table. Police officers alone will not guarantee a high-quality education. Police officers alone won't drive down unemployment. We need all of it. The President of the United States of America and the federal government could restore Medicaid. They could restore SNAP. They could stop defunding our public education system. Here's the most important point here. Justice Brandeis, over 100 years ago, the first Jewish American.
Unbelievable. There's so much wrong with this. There's one thing that I do kind of look at that I think is ridiculous too. I just noticed this. This is where we are with Twitter. Okay, so this clip is 4 minutes and 28 seconds of a just one screen recording. And this person, the Patriot Oasis, decides to put their handle on content that's not even there. because they think that they did the hard work of clipping it out. They added no commentary whatsoever. But they decided to put the fucking handle on it. Just fucking insane. Good Lord, you did nothing! You added nothing of value to it. But you decided to put the fucking at on there. Fucking ridiculous. God, I hate Twitter. I really do. But this guy, this was a joke. And as Clay Travis just said it, you know, Scarpro just eviscerated Chicago's mayor by asking him 5 times a simple question. What would more police help with Chicago's crime? He can't answer. What world are we living in when MSNBC hosts are asking actual questions of Democrats? And that he couldn't just simply because he knows the answer goes against his narrative.
Oh my god, dude.
Says the left kryptonite is a direct question. Hail, 100%, absolutely. So yeah, good job there. Good job. I love it. These idiots are broken. Every single day, Trump breaks in. If you're just tuning in, we are currently waiting for Trump's cabinet meeting. It was supposed to start an hour ago, so we're still waiting. When is MSNBC supposed to change their name from MS? They're supposed to go to MS Now at some point. I don't know when that's supposed to start. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Guys, Trump's over. Trump is done. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Trump is done. A message to @RealDonaldTrump from a black woman in Chicago. We don't want you here. I don't know what she says.
So Donald Trump wants to bring his chaos to Illinois. This is all about his own ego and his need to be the center of attention.
Let me address those accusations. You're correct.
In fact, he says that black women in Chicago are begging him to come help. Well, as a black woman and a Chicagoan, let me just say this. We don't want you here. So Donald Trump wants to bring his chaos to
You're standing in front of You're standing in front of Trump Tower as a backdrop. This is insane. Not expected. Lord, man. Amazing. I love it. Well, Trump will never recover from that one. He'll never recover. It's over for President Trump. He was on a good run, too. But then a black woman from Chicago made a video in front of Trump Tower. And now it's over. Let me see. Man, no updates on Trump yet. We're still waiting. I've heard nothing from, like, nobody has said anything, any updates or anything like that. It'd be interesting if we get an update on the Ukraine-Russia situation, because that kind of, I feel like that talking point kind of slowly went away. Now, I feel like we were going to be at a point sometime this week of having a date or a time or something set up for Putin and Zelensky to meet. I think that this situation, it seems like this is just not going to happen. It really does. Well, yeah, I agree. Don't get me wrong, man. When I say I hate Twitter, it's not that I still think it's a great platform. It's just that I hate, like, it's weird because a lot of people said, like, monetization ruined Twitter, and it's like, I don't know if I believe monetization ruined Twitter, because by that standard, you could say monetization ruined Facebook, monetization ruined YouTube. Like, monetization is the way of the internet. So, I feel like Twitter is not built for a content creator platform like YouTube is. You have people stealing content, you have people uploading things that aren't theirs, you have people that are repurposing content, and with the right headline and the right clickbait, you just get so much traction. And if I post a meme that somebody else created, then if my post gets more traction, I'm the one that's going to get paid by it, not the original creator. It's just the way that it's built. It's just not built for that. But I don't know what the answer is, because ultimately it's a far better platform than it was under Jack Dorsey. It's light years better. So I don't know if this is legit, but the Indian Prime Minister reportedly refused President Trump's call 4 times in If that's true, that's a problem. If that's true. And if hopefully he can be asked about that. I don't know if it's true or not. And again, this is going back into the Twitter thing where I don't know who this account is. He's got 73,000 followers. I have no idea who this person is. So I don't know if he's being honest. It kind of reminds me of that leading report account, and they take things out of context all the time. And the way that they post it makes it look legit. So they're not lying, but they're just being very vague in how they're reporting. He's probably busy pooping on the street.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Maybe he could fix all the scammers in his country. I only trust Mike Zero, says Johnny. I mean, hey, who doesn't trust Mike Zero? He's the leading voice in all of Star Wars fandom. And he's never, ever said anything inaccurate. Listen, you guys might think that this is a clip from wrestling, but it's not. This is a clip of Ric Flair in the real world, okay? There'll never be anybody like Ric Flair, man. The greatest of all time.
So just fuck your own.
Somebody said drugs. I don't know about drugs. Certainly a lot of alcohol. A lot of
Yeah,
alcohol.
dog. It's
winning, dog.
No, but I'm playing well.
Yeah, okay, so you're losing. Fucking piece of shit.
Good old Nate. No PhD. But I will highlight it for you. All right. What's the White House YouTube saying? It's probably nothing at this point. Oldest ride, longest ride. There you go, Ric Flair. Warren Buffett claims that a college degree doesn't matter. Oh, well, I agree with this, by the way. Unless you're a specific field, like, I agree with this. Unless you're like going into something specific like a doctor or something like that, like I personally think it's all a waste of time and money. I think it's a scam. I think college is a scam for 90% of the people who go to it. But don't let me. I mean, I'm just a high school dropout, so don't listen to me. I think school is a scam in a lot of ways, but don't listen to me. Gender studies degree to work at Starbucks. Well, MCU fan took his last $5 and says that you will lose very badly in Fortnite. I recommend you deny the challenge. Okay, I deny the challenge. Like, you understand, like, begging me to play you in Fortnite, you're only showing how relevant I am and how irrelevant you are. But yeah, I deny the challenge. You feel better now? I denied the challenge. You haven't been that excited since hearing me denying the challenge, and you can sit there and then brag about it. You haven't been that excited since Krista posted it, which is all types of weird. Keenan says, did I get your super chat? Oh, there it is. Did you watch Bowling for Columbine? I did not. I did not watch that one. No, I didn't. I remember it coming out, but I never did. Let me see what Right Side's saying. Well, they're doing their ad read at the moment, so. President Trump on Gaza, Palestine, says there will be a conclusive ending in 2 to 3 weeks. Where is that coming from? Like, where are they getting this information from? They're acting like he's live right now, but he's not. So I don't know where that information is coming from.
Shite.
BBQ says, I'm not saying college is a total scam, but the higher degree, the better my latte tastes. True. Yeah, I mean, again, don't take my advice because, you know, I'm a retard with a microphone. But for me, I mean, I got to a point, like, I just stopped caring in school. I remember there was one time in particular, I can't remember what grade I was in. Maybe 8th or 9th grade. Maybe I was early in high school. I can't remember. But like the math test I had like 100-something problems on it or something like that. And so I did the first 10, and I turned the paper in, and I got all 10 correct. And they're like, but you got to do the rest, or you're gonna fail. I was like, I'm not wasting my time to do this shit. Like, I know the math. I know how to do it. So I did 10 problems to prove that I do it. I'm not doing 90 or 100 fucking problems so we can drag out your 8-hour day. So I got 10. So I was like, that's the whole point. You're sitting here making us do 150 fucking problems. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Every policy of the Trump administration is designed to lift up the American worker, promote great-paying blue-collar jobs, and to rebuild the industrial bedrock of our nation. It's also obviously for great defense. We have the greatest military in the world. We built it largely in my first term. Some of it was stupidly given away to Afghanistan. For what reason?
Your turret has been destroyed.
But it was still a relatively small amount of what, the concept of what they did, however. Went to NATO, as you know, and they went from 2% to 5% of GDP. Nobody expected that, and the difference is they didn't pay the 2 and they paid the 5. So. And as you know, we are selling a tremendous amount of equipment to NATO. We're not spending any money, we're making money, but I don't want to talk about making. I want to talk about no longer involved with funding Ukraine, but we are involved with trying to stop the war and the killing. And we're selling missiles and military equipment, millions and millions, and ultimately billions of dollars to the